Been featuring Worksharp's sharpening supplies on the channel for years. They have so many different sharpening systems, and that's why I have so many videos on their sharpening supplies. So if you want to see something from Worksharp, check out my channel because I probably have a video on it, which is also why I was really excited to hear that they wanted to be a channel sponsor. So shout out to Worksharp for being today's video sponsor. Like I said, they have a huge arsenal, a massive arsenal of sharpening supplies. They pretty much have you covered on everything. And most of their systems have replaceable parts. So if you buy the system once, if the diamond plates wear out or the strap wears out or whatever wears out, you can just replace those parts, which is really, really awesome to know. They have everything from freehand knife sharpening systems that have angle guides built in, replaceable diamond plates, fixed angle knife sharpening supplies that has everything in the box that you're gonna need to start sharpening, belt sharpeners, rolling knife sharpeners, pocket sharpeners. Like I said, they pretty much have everything. So if you want to check out some awesome sharpening supplies, check out the top of the description and hit the link to Worksharp. Bang! Neeves Knives, I'm Jared, and today we are checking out a bunch of knives, and we're going to go from $50 all the way up to $1,000, and we're going to have a knife for each price bracket. Starting it off, this is around 50 bucks right here. This is the Petrified Fish FB05. All the knives on this list are really good knives, by the way. Like, I picked them, for that reason, because they're really awesome. This one is a big knife. Spear point blade, love that blade shape, very versatile. 14C 28N steel, beautiful satin, very slicey, nice and thin, big, broad, damn near a full flat grind, so this thing's gonna slice like a dream. Great flipping action, and you also have the secondary deployment. White G10 scales with a deep carry clip. It is inset, but it does not have flat screws, but it still works well. Good access to that lock bar, and you can see super smooth. Riding on ceramic caged bearings makes this thing a rapid deployer, very comfortable in the hand, and just all around, the shape and design is something that's gonna work for people as long as you like large knives. Let's get to the next one. Next is the new Maxace Uranus. This is a nice compact, very high quality OTF for like 70 something dollars, $72, $73. It's $88 on the site, but if you use my discount code NEEVES15, it will get you $15 off. Basically free shipping, or you can drop the cost down, like $72, which is an amazing value for this knife. I mean, just an absolute amazing value. You have an aluminum handle with a titanium inlay, deep carry clip with a glass breaker, ultimate show side, and the blade steel is 10CR 15 MOV. And that is, in my opinion, a phenomenal budget blade steel or a mid-range blade steel. It's gonna get you great edge retention. It's very similar to VG10 or AUS10. So just think of it like that. But the action feels as quality as you could get. It's as good as Microtech or any other high-end OTF. Very little movement, so it's got a nice solid lockup. There's always a little bit typically, but the deployment and the button is really easy to actuate, yet it has a nice strong spring, but because of the size, it really makes it a lot easier to get a ton of leverage onto that button. And then the compact size is also really nice because it's only 2.5 inches, so it's very EDCable, and there is a double-edged dagger version. So you have also a double-edged dagger serrated version. But yeah, awesome, awesome little OTF. That one's really surprising how good it is for the money. Next is $120, and this is the Reate EXO-M. So this one is a Blade HQ exclusive. I don't think these are available exactly, but the same price. Nitro V aluminum handle is available right now with the same little mechanism. Basically a little button you push down right there. That'll help unlock it, and same thing to lock it. It's very easy to lock it, and there's no stress on this lock. All the stress goes directly into this sheet of aluminum. So it's a nice, strong lock. Nitro V steel, like I said, this one's the TAMTO, but there's other blade shapes. That's one cool thing about the EXO, man. There are so many different flavors, and one that I know for sure is available right now has the purple anodized aluminum handle, which looks really cool. So great value knife for a gravity knife, especially something that is, it is a very well done gravity knife, and it's something that, before this came out, we never really seen a high quality OTF gravity knife that, you know, that is done as good as this. So really, really awesome to see that. Deep carry clip is reversible, as you can see, which is awesome because this is very ambidextrous, you know. So rapid deployment, and you know, if you want to, there is other versions. Like I said, there's tons of different options, different sizes and things like that. $160, we have the Glear 2. This is the Miguron Glear 2. Super deep, very, very, very thin hollow ground blade in M390 with this diamond milling pattern on the titanium frame lock. We have flipping action and thumb stud action. You also have this little fuller, but the thumb studs are what you mostly hit. It's really good on the thumb or the reverse flick or the actual flipper too. All three have a nice, strong, crispy detent. A little squared off right here. Some people really like that. It can make for great ergonomics, but you also can choke up. A lot of belly here. This is a straight back for the most part. So you're gonna mostly use the belly on this, or, you know, the flat right here for slicing. The tip, you know, you can get to it, but it is a little bit higher. But all in all, what a nice little slicer. But really quick, I want to talk about another one that I've been really loving from Miguron. This one is becoming one of my favorites right now from them. This is the M-Tanto or TAMTO or something like that. Not Tanto, it's with an M, TAMTO. Now this is one of the sliciest, if not the sliciest knife Miguron has produced. These are about 180, so it is a little bit more than the one we just shown, so technically it does go up a little bit, but we have a gorgeous, gorgeous drop point blade with this beautiful deep set, and like I said, it's so thin, man. My goodness, is that thin, which makes for great slicing. Then you have an amazing handle, titanium frame lock with a carbon fiber inlay. You know, there's probably going to be some different color options. You can choke up, beautiful sharpening choil, very, very ergonomic, and then it has flipping action. So it is only one single deployment, but for a knife with one single deployment, this thing is badass. The Miguron M-Tanto. Next, the Concept Baba Yaga.
But fucking nobody is John Wick. We call him Baba Yaga.
The boogeyman?
Well, John wasn't exactly the boogeyman. He was the one you sent to kill the fucking boogeyman.
This is in the mid 260s for this exact configuration. There is multiple different versions, so there is different prices. This one's around 260, I believe. It has a very, very deep hollow ground blade. This is something I'm so excited to see Concept doing right now. They've stepped into a realm where they are doing their best to get the thinnest grinds, and I'm talking about this is paper thin. They have another model that got my first place win from Concept that also is like that. Beautiful titanium frame lock with this fat carbon fiber. Awesome pocket clip, lots of spring to it. Great access to that lock bar. Thumb stud deployment that works so good. I love how far the thumb studs are away from the handle. It just allows you to really get a good thwack. Great ergonomics. The blade shape is a sheep's foot blade shape, but it has this little tiny bit of a secondary tip right there. However, if you don't like that, you can easily sharpen it out. One sharpening that would be gone, or you can keep it. You know, it just depends on what your preference is. But all in all, man, I dig this. This is definitely probably second place win for me as far as my favorite Concept models from 2024. Oh yeah, by the way, the blade steel on this is 20 CV, I believe. Yes, 20 CV. The Concept Baba Yaga. Shout out to John Wick. Next is the Jack Wolf Big Bro Jack. These are around $300. We have an S90V hand setting full hollow ground blade. So from the spine all the way down to the edge, it is a deep hollow grind with this hand set and finish. S90V is a great steel. Then we have a titanium bolster with a set and finish running the opposite direction, it appears, and then a natural material, bone. I've never seen them use bone before, so this is the first time I think they've ever even used bone. Now, Jim Skelton, you know, brought this up, so shout out to him, that know what you're getting when you get a natural material. Bone is a natural material, so, you know, there might be some imperfections here and there. That's the way it is. I don't see any imperfections on mine or anything like that. I'm just saying that, you know, any material has expansion and contraction, so, you know, just, you know what you're getting. I love bone. I think bone's awesome. I love natural materials, period. This has titanium hardware, T8, and then a T10 pivot, I believe. And then the pull has a nice nail nick right there. I don't like to use nail nicks. I want them to grip my skin personally. And this has plenty of blades sticking out, so I can easily grip it and rip it, which is exactly how I want it. And you can hear the walk and talk. Nice snap on the open position and nice click for the half stop. Very good drop. It has a nice strong pull, but it's not too strong. To me, it's a very satisfying pull. With this grind and this blade steel, you know, being S90V, what an amazing steel. This is going to be something that stays sharp for a long time, but is going to cut like a dream. You know, considering you put a nice, good, you know, diamond sharpened edge on this, it's going to hold an edge really, really well, but this blade is so thin and slicey, it's going to slice like a dream. Next is the WeKnifeCo Acuminal. This is about $375 bucks. I will have it linked down in the description. Make sure you use the discount code and that will get you down to that cost. So it might look a little bit more, look like it's a little bit more money, but I have a 15% discount code, so it does take a lot off. Now this is a Vanax blade, which WeKnifeCo has recently started using, which is really awesome. I love to see that. I love to see them using new super steels, because they've been recently using 20 CV for the most part across the board. Now we are seeing them use Vanax, which I love Vanax. Vanax, in my opinion, is one of the best steels you can get on a knife, because it has the highest corrosion resistance you can get on a high edge retention steel. It has great edge retention, you know, and then it also has a good amount of toughness, which allows it to have good edge stability, to stay sharp for a very long time, and be a steel you don't have to worry about. That's kind of the beautiful thing, because so many people live in environments where they worry about corrosion and rust and patina. You don't have to do that with Vanax. Of course, always take care of your knife. The finish on the handle is very smooth. It's like a glass blasted finish that's very soft. So I'm not sure exactly what it is, if it's what type of blast it is, but it is a very smooth. It's not like the aluminum oxide blast that's rough. This is super smooth. Beautiful titanium milled pocket clip. They do a phenomenal job with their milled clips. You have a nice little hidden lanyard back there, good access to the lock bar, good texturing. There could be better access actually, you know, but it's still good, very comfortable. Internal stop pin, I always want to see that, and it has flipping action. Amazing flipping action, and this knife is large. It's large, but it is really, really good. We have a beautiful drop point blade with this hand set and finish that just, you know, the whole thing looks, in my opinion, very classy. Now, it does come in different versions, so, you know, if you don't like the all plain version like this, there is other options. And this is titanium hardware, so if you ever wanted to play around and anodize and stuff like that, you absolutely could with this model. But yeah, the WeKnifeCo Acuminal. Let's get to the next one. Next, the Reate GTR, one of my favorite knives of 2024. I freaking love this thing. This is a titanium integral with an M390 blade, harpoon blade shape, my favorite blade shape. I freaking love this thing, man. This thing, to me, it looks like a race car. It just does, man. You got all these, you know, all the vents in it, you know, or, you know, you got the speed holes, you know, because this thing's, you know, you definitely want to make sure, you know, it's going to be able to go at least 200 miles an hour, and this guy will do that all day, every day. It has an amazing, amazing flipping action. I mean, just the flipper tab is so comfortable. It has such a great braking detent. Then you have the whole deployment, which works very, very well. Great reverse flick, very large, nice large, long knife you can choke up. Beautiful hand set and finish. There is a couple different versions. I'm not sure all what's available still. I think there's still some of these available though. Titanium pocket clip, and again, it is an integral, so you don't have to worry about screws backing out or anything like that. You have the clip screw and the pivot. And then, you know, this is an over travel stop for the vent, steel lock bar insert, but the handle does not come apart because it is an integral, which does take some incredible machining to do. But this thing is just, man, to me, I love the look of it. I think it is so badass. I love the action. I basically love everything about this thing. So yeah, this is, like I said, this is one of my favorites of I don't know if you do it left-handed, of 2024, especially coming from Reate, man. Reate does great work, and this is basically them showing, you know, what they can do. So we were at 450, between like 450 and 500, and now we are at $600, and we have basically a full dress. This is an Artisan Boa with full Timascus, a full dress handle, Timascus frame lock. Even the lock itself is Timascus. Timascus mill pocket clip, Timascus mill backspacer, and a beautiful mirror satin, or sorry, not mirror satin, mirror polished blade in a harpoon blade shape. Again, we already talked about my favorite blade shapes, and you know, I love a harpoon spear point the most. This is beautiful. Look at that, man. That mirror polish is just insane. And for some reason, you'd think that the jimping on this front flipper would be slippery because it's polished. Nope, it is very well done. You have 3 forms of deployment from the thumb studs, which are really good. They're super catchy, super grippy, great placement, especially for a small knife. Well, not small, but a medium-sized knife. Then you have the hole deployment that you can easily reverse flick, and then the front flipper, which is also very easy to use. The handle, yes, the handle's full Timascus and polished, so it is slick. This is a smooth, slick knife. The light will not, or the camera will not do this justice. For sure it won't. But all in all, these things come in multiple different versions. So if you like the style, but you don't want to go this extravagant, these go, you know, there is a bunch of different versions of these, and all of them are awesome. Every single one of them are badass. But if you're trying to get into something that's full dress without spending thousands of dollars, because typically full dress models are thousands of dollars, you know, so at the very minimum, typically they're at least $1,700 for a full dress. Now this doesn't have Damas steel, but it is still a mirror polished blade, which you rarely see, especially in S90V. If you've made it this far, please hit the like button. I do appreciate it. It will make sure that other people will see this video. And shout out to everybody who uses the links down in the description. It doesn't cost you anything extra, and I do greatly appreciate it because it does benefit the channel. So thank you to everybody who does that already. And if anybody else wants to support, anytime you're making any purchases, just go in the description. You can use the links to pretty much get anything you want. Last, we have the Herman Mantis. Now, these range anywhere from $750 all the way up to thousands of dollars, depending on what version you get, because they go all the way up to full dress models. Now, Herman has a ton of great stuff of all different flavors and different kinds, because they are, you know, more of a mid-tech, where, you know, they're more custom, you know, related to custom knives, kind of, you know, where they're always coming out with new finishes, new color options, new milling patterns, you know. So like if you don't like this color pattern or whatever, you can always find different stuff. Every model has an endless amount of versions. Now this one is an M398 steel with this straight clip point blade. Love that clip point. This finish is really nice. I'm not sure what they're using as the blasting media, but it looks really good and it feels really good. This, I know this reminds you of probably a grandma's carpet or a grandma's couch, but you know, it is what it is. But it does have a milling pattern underneath that is really nice, that a lot of them do have. Like I said, they have so many different milling patterns. So, you know, if you don't like this milling pattern, there's a different one, trust me. We have a titanium backspacer, pocket clip, one of the best titanium mill pocket clips, super smooth. There's a pocket under there. The access to the lock bar is amazing, great texturing. And these guys are known for their insane action, just absolutely amazing action. This model, the Mantis, has the most comfortable flipper tab that I've tried yet from Herman, and it's the most ergonomic knife from Herman, at least in my opinion. They're using multi-row carbide bearings. So they were using ceramic bearings before, but now they're using it's a carbide, so it's supposed to be even smoother than ceramic, but you can see these things are just very, very, very smooth. Great detent, nice, strong, crispy detent, and not as strong as some of my other ones. They do vary depending on the model and, you know, even between models, but what an awesome knife. I freaking dig this thing, and these you can find at the Polish Custom Knives link down in the description, along with a lot of other Herman models. And Herman even has titanium pens, one of which I recently got and I am testing out for myself. So yeah, awesome pens too, and they go all the way up to basically full, I don't know about full dress, but they have even extravagant pens as well. So awesome knives. If you're wanting to get something in the mid-tech range that, you know, reaches some high price ranges, check out Herman Knives at Polish Custom Knives. Like I said, everything's linked down in the description. Work hard, stay tough, till next time, peace.